Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Nick with Us versus Herd coming at it today. It's Monday. Took a little bit of time off last week. Just let's see here, getting my computer all set. sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. We currently have the S&P's down 27, Dow's down 157, Nasdaq down 167. It's a lot of sevens. Gold's up 18. Silver's up a little bit. We got the VIX up a little bit here. VIX is up 90 cents. Oil's crossed over $60. It's at $1.20. Whew. Yeah. Soybeans are at 13, almost 1400. It's crazy. This is crazy. If you're just joining, say what's going on. What's going on, Maxim, Jack, Jeff, Red Dust, Faiz, James, Nick. How we doing this morning? How are we doing? We ready to get it this week? I mean, I definitely wasn't. I guess I definitely wasn't expecting futures to be down, this big. I was looking at it last night, kind of seeing what was doing. Like for SPY, I was looking at this last night. I mean, we kind of topped out, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, right now we're at what, 387. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we create a range again, kind of like what we did back in, let's see here, January. Let's look at January. Let's look at Jan. Come on, computer. All right, so let's look at January, right? So January, if we look at January, pretty non-eventful. I mean, we were pretty much pinged between 368, did dip down to 365. Here, but basically like 368 to 385, and we kind of just drifted. So I'm not, all the doom and gloomers are like, oh, we're gonna crash and we're gonna do this. I mean, I don't think we're necessarily gonna crash, but I mean, historically, February is not the best month to be long. But I mean, kind of looking at last month, I mean, kind of just pinged between two numbers and really didn't go anywhere in January. And then we're looking at February here. February, and we hit the 50-day here in February, and then we skyrocketed for a week, and then we literally did nothing. So we're kind of just peeing back and forth. However, I will say, the ranges are pretty large. S&Ps, right now they're down almost not a little bit over 0.5%. Dow's down 0.5%. Nasdaq probably. Getting clubbed the worst, down over 1%, 1.25%. But look at Qs. Qs in January, I mean, pretty much pinged too, and then we at the end of the month came back up, but they brought it back down in the range, and you kind of see what they're doing here over the last month or two is, when it comes out, when it tries to snap out of range, look at the Qs. Watch. It tried to snap out of range. What do? They broke it back down into range. So, right now, February, let's look at Qs again here. Qs, they try to pop it up on a range, but now I think they're trying to bring it back down because now we're back down into range here. You see what I'm saying? So, it's not, I don't think I'm concerned about what's happening, but I think right now the algos and whatever's happening in the market, they're just playing the ranges. So, this month we started around 318, we popped up to 338, coming back down right now. Right now, if they were to open right now, we're at 326. So we're right here. I mean, it is a pretty vicious drop, but I mean, look at the ranges though. Look at the monthly ranges. Is all I'm saying. Just kind of put it into perspective. I mean, it's not like we're dropping. I mean, it's a pretty decent drop on the Nasdaq, over 1%, but I mean, if you look at the trend, I mean, it's still even if it opens up here, even if it came down to 320, I mean, the trend is still intact. But once you start breaking below, the kind of the 50-day moving average here, you're going to start having some trouble. What is SPY? No, SPY is above 50-day moving average. Tested back here. Qs almost tested the 50-day moving average early February, but then bounced back. But what's going on, Benito? If you're just joining, say what up. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Getting the the live stream going. I took last week off from. I was actually off last week from trading, and I was off last week just from YouTube in general, just trying to get some stuff taken care of. But we back at it. Gonna be looking for some day trades. Nick, the weekend was good. I'm glad that we were above 30 degrees, and at one point we did hit 37 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is exciting. That is exciting. Other than that, like how's your guys' weekend? You guys survive? Other than that, my weekend was pretty chill. Got a new fish tank. Set that up. My old one wasn't doing well, so I got a new fish tank. Set it up. Other than that, just hang out with the fam. Yo, Brent, how you doing? Sipping some coffee. Yeah, we did get a little bit of snow, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Fubo, Michael, let's see. You guys are trading Fubo. I haven't been trading it. Gap down. I mean, so you do have a bullish pennant here. I mean, if we zoom in here, we do have a bullish pennant right now at 41. The thing is, if it obviously breaks down, you're gonna have trouble. Which right now is at 42. So if it I would say if it doesn't hold here, I mean, this is kind of like the last line of defense here. Weekends hasn't been the same since I joined the market a year ago. Was it the same for you? Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is about, like, for me and the weekends, I have the opportunity to kind of like study and look at setups without everything moving all the time. Like, I'll be able to concentrate. Yeah, I don't like that you can't trade on the weekends, but also I feel like a lot of times we do as traders, we do need that forced break, And now because you have crypto and some other stuff, I mean, it's not like you don't have access to markets, But for me, I think it feels good on Friday when the bell rings and you had a green week and you can just sign off and just relax, study up on the weekend. And, if you want, start trading futures Sunday night. I mean, futures were pretty wild last night, pinging from red to green, and obviously ending up on the red side, But for me, like, it all depends what you have going on too, Sometimes you need that little refresh, and especially if you have like for me, if you have little kids, I mean, sometimes you need that little refresh, But I'm waiting for the setup. I also like gaming. CRSR SKLZ. CRM. Who said CRM? Salesforce Maxim. Salesforce. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean it's filled the gap. It's filled the gap nicely. I mean, it took its sweet time, but filled the gap nicely. It's looking good. It's looking good here. Nice 10-day, 50-day crossover here. It's really nice. I mean, I like it. For me, I'd like it 240 though. For me, I like Salesforce 240. I don't know. The question is, like, if we look at Friday, let's look at like, should we do SPY Friday? It's not. I guess we could. The question is, like, looking at Friday, I think it tricked a lot of people out because we tried to rip up and then it just came all the way down. I mean, if you look at Apple down here, I mean, Apple, was playing with people's emotions a lot, spiked up, spiked down, spiked up. Alibaba did the same thing, coasted all the way down to 128, tried to come back up to 130 here, and now it's gapping down. So, I mean, I think like I'm gonna try to do some day trades today. I think the thing is you gotta be very careful about exiting your position because you're gonna get chopped up, Whether you're long or you're short, it looks like they're going to try to play the chop. I mean, it looks like they want to do that today too, with it kind of bottoming out here. But the question is, at open, is it going to be flat? Are they just going to, is it going to be one of those days where we just skyrocket out the gate and it just doesn't stop? Is it just gonna die? And I think that's, for me, that's what I'm waiting for on like what the kind of come up with a plan here once we figure out what Open's going to be like, because I think, I don't know, it's like a bunch of people just going to buy this dip. Are they going to sell it, or are they just going to, crush the premium and leave it flat, weak dollar companies income aside should technically do well. Let's see here. Earnings. Yeah, Earnings today after close. Only one I really would like. Only one I see for options traders is Palo Alto. We do have Home Depot, Macy's, Medtronic in the morning, so I would be leaning towards Palo Alto and Home Depot if I can get some premiums in there. I don't know in terms of, let's see here. Palo Alto. Premiums on the cheap side is going to have a $29 expected move, so I don't know if there's going to be much opportunity there. That's the thing. Kind of premium's been on the low end. Home Depot has been consolidating for quite some time. I mean, after it's had its major rip, and it's just been literally chilling. And Home Depot premiums are only 42% implied volatility for this week. So, like, for me, it might be better. I mean, it's kind of cheap. Instead of shorting premium, it might be better for me to wait for what the earnings report is and then try to day trade it. I think that's kind of what I can do, I don't know about Macy's. Let's see. Macy's might be interesting. I don't know. Macy's is at like pre-pandemic levels. Like, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about Macy's? I mean, implied volatility 144%, $2 expected move. I mean, I just don't see. I mean, last earnings they were 8, and now they're double, and they went as high as $22, and that was due to the GameStop squeeze. I mean, what do you guys think about Macy's? But I just don't see it here. I don't know. Is it just me? It's like, oh man, you're dumb if you don't get on Macy's now. The malls are going back to normal, and people are gonna be popping tags like it was 1999 in the malls. Maxim, did you leave? We just looked at CRM. Did you leave for a minute? I said it looks good, but I like it better at 240. Yeah, I don't know about Macy's. Implied volatility is there, but it's not great. I don't know. I know. Let's see. What's AMC doing these days? AMC now. The only problem with AMC is implied volatility just got trashed. I mean, it's relatively high. What are their earnings? Their earnings are. Let's see here. Let's see, earnings February 25th. Yeah, I don't want to trade it through earnings. I was going to look to sell some puts down in here, but I don't want to hold it through earnings. And we'll see. They'll probably say, hey guys, we were on the verge of closing everything down, and then Wall Street Bets came through. We raised almost $1 billion, and then this stock is gonna go up to like $50 a share. Head of AMC when the Amazon rumors were going around in May. Yeah, they're still. I think they're still having some rumors, Nick. Their earnings are gonna have some great forward guidance. Yeah, they're like, hey guys, what's probably gonna happen? Is they're like, hey guys, we raised $1 billion. However, our company is not doing very well. However, it's sad to say we're going to lay off 5,000 people, close down, a bunch of theaters. But the good news is the CEO's golden parachute, it got even bigger. It got even better. So when this thing does closing down, Wall Street Bets, the C-level guys are all going to be partying in the Hamptons thanks to you. Penn had some news this morning, guys. Penn had some news. I don't even remember what the news was. It was like some other partnership with another casino, I think. They're pushing up 120. Yeah, I mean these dips. I was looking at this last week. I mean these dips. I mean they come, but they hurt. I mean the other day, what was this? This was Wednesday. Dipped to 110. Came up to 118. So it's like if you were swing trading this, and this is why I think that I'm going to limit my swing trades because of stuff like this. So Penn sold off, looking decent on Tuesday. Double topped here around 120. Sold off hard to 115. Next day, small gap down. People thought we were going to move back up. This thing got crushed from 115 down to 110. And then, if we zoom in here, double bottomed here, ripped back up. Every bar was green and then chilled. And then the next morning, they're like, oh, yeah, they were rewarded with a gap down. You know? I mean, like, come on. I mean, you got to find some. I mean, if you're in these positions, I'm sorry, but you got to find like kind of the humor in all this because I mean, this is the game. This is the game. You got to be prepared for this. This is why we need to take profits and redeploy capital. AMC should just launch a stream service that only plays new releases, but I don't know if it's worth it. HBO deal with Warner Brothers. Yeah, I mean, AMC's. I don't think it's going to get into this. I mean, they don't create any content, and if they do that, they're just going to alienate. They're just going to alienate the other streaming services, and they're like, you know what? F you, bro. We're just going to never release a movie in your theater ever again. And all that real estate you're sitting on and all those leases, cheers, man. You'll crush yourself. But I like the stock. I mean, I think this is just an interesting time that we live in. I mean, I don't think the market, I don't remember the last time the market was, I mean, there might not have ever been a time where the market was like this entertaining. You know what I mean? Like the market literally being this entertaining. I mean, we've had some very scary times in the last 24 months in the market, but now I think, the overall market, anybody have any news on when the stimulus is going to drop? I think that's kind of what everyone's waiting for. We also do have the Powell going to be having the next 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, semi-annual economic testimony with the Senate Banking Committee. Sounds like a blast. So can't wait for all those CNBC push alerts to my phone. Powell says we need more stimulus. Powell says Nick, I'm gonna take my stimmy and I'm gonna buy lotto tickets with it. Just kidding. Daddy Powell better keep printing. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. What do you guys think about? I think I'm interested in Square earnings this week. Square, Nvidia. I think Nvidia might be. Let me see. What is Nvidia doing right now? What's Nvidia doing? Because yeah, crossover. Man, that's what I mean. Look, so market's been so savage. Look, crossover 605, and then a day later is at 588. I mean, just getting crushed. Let's see, Square. Yeah, Square had a huge run. Yeah, Square's premiums this week, 102%. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we gotta see how the market, because the market's coming down a little bit now. Now Nasdaq's down 190, Dow's down 189. So we got to kind of see how the market is going. I think it all depends on how the market's going to react today on how we trade some of these earnings. Yeah, DraftKings back above 60. I mean, 55, 56 area is always a buy. I mean, now the good news that I like about DraftKings, before 55 was major resistance, now it's looking like it's becoming some support. But the question is, are we gonna break through these levels here, because we're getting stopped out here 64, 65. So I mean, you gotta, like, for DraftKings and Penn, it feels like you have to buy when they're just bleeding, and you know, when it went from 64 down to 56, I mean, your buy zone, you really got to concentrate on the setups. And I think we're getting back into the market, the type of market where you have to be patient and wait for the setup to happen. Wait for the setup to happen. I think that's the market. I mean, I like that kind of market. You know, I like that kind of market because it gives you time to be able to think about your positions. It gives you time to really focus on, you know, what you're doing. Now, the question is, can it hold up of here? I mean, the one thing that we do know about DraftKings after, you know, a couple up days like this, I mean, it tends to not do so well. CCIV has news over the weekend suggesting Lucid Motor merger could be announced on Tuesday. Also, PLTR had news with ARC. Last I heard, they said the stimulus might get finalized in early March and begin going out mid-March. Yeah. Who knows? PLTR, they're up a little bit. ARC bought some. We talked about this last week, though. I didn't buy, though. If it came to 25, you know, this is your buy zone. And look, exactly. I mean, dipped under 25 a little bit, but this was the buy zone. Be patient. I mean, obviously, the ARC news is definitely going to help. CCIV. At 63, man, this thing is just out of here. Just out of here. We had the opportunity, Nick, and I didn't trade last week, and I wasn't watching it, and I didn't buy. But it's good to have a plan. It's also good, like, people feel bad when, like, oh, I knew I had the plan and I didn't, like, you had the plan, you didn't act on it. But I think you should be grateful if you're spotting these opportunities, because that means you're on point. That means you're going to be able to spot opportunities. That means you're on track with the market. You know what's going on, right? If you can't spot those opportunities and you don't know where to buy, you don't have a good plan, and it just slips away, and then you're not set up for success. And that's why, like for me, I don't have a lot of FOMO for missing that, because I'm able and I'm confident in my abilities to do it over and over again. There's going to be another opportunity. Maybe it's not PLTR right now. Maybe it's going to be another stock. You're always going to be presented with another opportunity. And if you could spot those plays, you're going to have the confidence to do it again. Now, I think where people get a little bit like upset is they don't know when the next opportunity is going to come along. And as people, we're always like, now, and this play is happening now, and you missed it. Now, for PLTR, do we miss it? I mean, it might pull back. I mean, it has to break. I mean, still, right now it's at 29.84. Really has to break these levels here. It's still, I mean, it could get rejected here in the 30, 31 area. So it's not like it's out of the woods yet. Yo, man, child, what's going on? So it's not like it's out of the woods, but I mean, once you start doing this for a while, you'll start gaining a confidence that, okay, we spotted PLTR 25. We'll be able to do it again. Guess who bought BTC yesterday? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's down 8%, but I mean, it's you know, BTC. It's still obeying the 10-day moving average. You know, bounce right there. You know, still right there. I mean, it'll come back probably. I mean, unless it takes a major dump to 40,000 and start breaking. I mean, the only thing that you have to ride the 10-day, but be mindful of where the 50-day moving average is, because it could come down here. It could. But I'm guessing, I don't know, depending on, it all depends on catalysts and news. It all depends on catalysts and news. If more banks and more things issue, try to go towards, or more companies try to go towards Bitcoin, I mean, this is going to push it way up. So, have it be a chart play. I mean, you just kind of have to kind of go along with it. Invest what you think is safe if you're going to trade it, that you don't need in case, like our friend Daniel, if he doesn't need that money for any other trades or anything, he can kind of just sit on that until it recovers. It most likely will recover. But yeah, I mean, that they bleeding it out. XP EV share unlocked tomorrow. Looks like a lot of PLTR setup bounce play. Let's see here. Yeah, we were looking at this the other day. Still came down. Yeah, I mean, I think down here is the buy zone. Question is how much lower is it going to go? Is it gonna come down to 35 or 30 with the unlock, or no? Let's set some alerts up. All right, market just opened up. All right, market just opened up. We have S&P's down 29, Dow's down 173, NASDAQ down 177. Apple's ripping right up right away. Let's see, what was the Q? Let's see, Q's chilling. Apple's ripping up right out of the gate. Man, that's crazy. Beyond went from 180 to 158 in just a couple of days. That's crazy. Looks like we might get a bounce play here. So we'll see what happens. My wife's got to take my daughter to the dock, so I got to go help out real quick. So you guys, I promise a longer live stream tomorrow. You guys have a great day. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.